Alright, what's up YouTube? It's me, I'm here in my art studio. I'm about to do some cool art. What I'm going to do today is something that's never been done before on YouTube, and that's customize some sneakers. I'm kidding, of course, yeah. Obviously this has been done before, but I need some cool sneakers to go with this cool sweater that I got from an art fair because I want them to match. I just want them to match. So today I'm going to make some Spider-Man sneakers out of these. If you want some, then I guess get your own and paint them. Just paint them, it's easy. Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters of all time. So of course, yes, I would want to make some cool Spider-Man shoes. I guarantee someone has probably already done this. There's probably been there's so many different custom sneakers out there, but I have an idea of the ones that I would want. So that's the ones that I'm gonna make. All right, so here's my mock-up of what I want them to look like. They're gonna have some orange and some red. They're gonna have the spider web, classic spider web. I'm gonna go with the classic spider on the back also. It's gonna look sick. Paints here, a few different kinds. I got the Angelus paints, but they didn't have all the colors I needed. Angelus probably makes the best ones, but I'm gonna try these other ones because I don't have the colors in Angelus, so I gotta try with that. All right, so here's where we started the process. You gotta take out the laces, and then you have to wipe the whole shoe down with acetone to take off that polish. Both shoes with acetone, and then of course you gotta take off the parts you don't wanna paint, which is the soles here. So I'm taping them off, and then I cut the top of them with a razor blade so nothing bleeds through, even though it kind of bled through anyways. This is me starting to paint it. And you just gotta be kind of slow with it. Make sure you don't paint anything you don't want to be that color. And then to make the webs, I use just a pencil to mark them. Of course, I gotta use a straight edge ruler to make sure that they're straight, otherwise probably be crooked and they look weird. And then I just added some highlights to the red to make it pop out. And then it took a long time, but I used a 1-point brush to make the black lines on the spider webs. And of course, to give it that comic book look, I did a black outline around all the parts of the shoe. Okay, so I made a little mistake right here. Some of the black is right there, and then also the spider web right here is too close, and then this one is too far, so it looks weird when you see it from that far away. You can just like notice it, and that's not great. So I'm gonna go over it with some red, and I'm gonna basically erase these and do it one more time. So I'm gonna do that now. And then guess what? That's what I did. I used a few coats of red to cover it because the black is pretty contrasty and it sticks out. So there's like 2 coats of red right there. And then here is doing the rest of the black lines around the outside to make it really pop, give that comic book feel and look, which looks pretty dope. And then here is where I messed up. I was holding the shoe and holding the paintbrush with the same hand, and then I got red paint on the inside of the fabric of the shoe, and then it took forever to wash it out with soap and water. So here's a tip for you, is don't do that. And then the red was finally dry, so I added the black lines back and then did touch-ups to every single part of it. All right, now it's time to take off the tape. Let's just make sure it looks good from all angles. I don't think any more touch-up needs to be done on any of this part, but I imagine there's probably a lot of touch-up that needs to be done on the sole part. So let's take it off and see what we're working with. All right, here's another tip. You wanna go slow when you take off the tape because it will take off some of the paint, and that's not great either. I used the razor blade to cut it out just so I didn't tear any paint from the shoe. And then of course, once you're done with that, you gotta hit it with the finisher so everything stays nice and tight in there, nothing cracks, nothing chips off. All right, here they are, finished product. Custom Court Visions Spider-Man, fully finished and done. They look pretty sick. I like them. these are them. Final product. Looking good. So you like these shoes? Just let me know. I could probably put these up on my website for sale once I finish building the website. So if you like them, give me a subscribe, give me a like, because I will make more stuff coming up. Sick. Cool. All right. Later. Later, dudes.